Hi, I'm going to talk to you about two books today because both of the books are about divorce. And maybe you're being curious about divorce. Maybe your parents are already divorced. Maybe your parents are going through a divorce. Regardless, these stories are very relatable no matter your situation. Blended is by Sharon Draper, and the main character, Isabella, her parents get divorced like at the beginning of the story. So the actual divorce is not even a big part of it, but the shared custody of Isabella is a big part of the story where the dad and the mom do get into fights about, who gets Izzy or Isabella, because dad calls her Isabella, mom calls her Izzy, and so she's blended because the mom is in a new relationship and that's a new family for her. And then her dad is in a new relationship and that woman has a son. So she's got like this blended family going where she's got two moms now, two dads, a brother. Um, so this is one that is a little more adversarial, where you see like the some of the tension that can occur with shared custody in a divorce. Another part that's blended, the reason it's called blended is because Izzy's father is black and Izzy's mom is white, and so that's part of the story too. Is she doesn't really know who she is and how she identifies. So it's something that she has to kind of figure out in various situations. One thing I'll say about the story, while I really, really like the story, at the end I realized the author's just trying to cover so many different issues all in one book, and I felt like she might have just tried to do too much. Um, but it was a really good story. The other one, I don't have the book with me. This is one that I read on Sora. Let's see if I can get a picture of that for you. It's called Not If I Can Help It, and you'll know it has the big gummy bear on it. I actually did this one as an audiobook because while I'm doing this work from home thing, every now and then when I have to take a dog for a walk or, you know, fold some clothes, then I'm listening to this story so I can multitask. And the person who reads the story that if you do the audiobook on Zora, sometimes the voice can enhance the story and sometimes it can distract you. At first, I was a little like put off by her voice because she's a little bit whiny at first, but it's kind of appropriate because the character is unhappy and whiny about some things that are going on in her life. But by the end, I've kind of grown accustomed to it and I really liked the voice that you read it. So don't be discouraged by that, but just know that if you kind of start listening to it and you feel like, oh, she's just so whiny. Speaking of whiny, you might hear my dog whining in the background right now. If I send her out of the room, she'll just scratch at the door. So if you wonder what that sound is, whining. But in this story, what I really like about it is that the parents who are divorced, the divorce has already occurred long before the story begins. Um, they are very friendly to each other, and they both love their daughter so much, and they both want what is best for her. But the main character, her dad, ends up dating her best friend's mom. And you might think about that for a minute. Like, would you like there's some good things about that, but there's also some things that you might go, well, I love my best friend, but I don't really want to live with my best friend. I don't want my best friend to know all the parts about me. So she's got some depth. She thinks this is horrible news, whereas Ruby, her best friend, thinks this is really, really good news. She's excited about it. The other part is the main character has something called sensory processing disorder. So, in the story, you'll hear her talking about going to her occupational therapist and being very sensitive to different textures and sounds and situations too. So, but by the end of the story, well, I don't think I give anything away. But I love the way that everybody comes together for the kids, that they all want what's best for the kids, and so that's why they're able to keep everything peaceful, and they always have the kids' priorities and the kids' happiness at the, um, forefront, and I wish that every divorce could be that way. Well, I mean, I'm sure that we wish that people didn't get divorced altogether, but when divorces do happen, I wish that they could all be like it is in this story, where keeping the kids happy and keeping the kids healthy is always at the forefront of everything that they do. All right, so those are the two books, and I recommend them both. I hope that you'll check them out. The blended you can get on Sora, and you can get on from our library when we reopen. And the other one I don't actually have in our library yet, but it is available on Sora in audiobook, or you can read it yourself.